Hey everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. Welcome to a new month. How are you all? It has been a while since I have done a video, you guys. But I wanted to hop on and do a makeup look for you. I have been loving doing concealers as my foundation. I just think it looks so pretty. And I think it looks a lot nicer on me than a full coverage foundation. Even though we have a BB and a CC cream, I find that the concealers just work really nicely on me. And they're super hydrating. They have plumping agents in them, which really helps and to like plump up those fine lines, any little wrinkles you have. So I really do like having concealers on as a foundation. It might not work for all, especially if you're looking for more coverage, but then again, we do have the BB, the CC, and the VFX. We also have an Air Glow foundation, which is a very light coverage. I personally do not like the Air Glow. I would much rather use my concealers over the Air Glow, but you know, everybody's different. Now, we also have primers. Some people like to prime, some people don't. I'm not a big primer person. I don't usually use primer, but when I do use the VFX in the purple, which is our illuminating primer, okay? So if I do use it, that's the one that I most likely will be using if I was to do a primer. I'm not going to use one today, and can honestly, like I said, I very rarely do use primer. Okay, some people say that's a big no-no. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. But for me, I just don't feel the need to use it all the time. But I am going to go in and show you how I use these two to give myself a nice even look to my skin. And then I'm going to talk and show you a little bit about our Midnight Touch collection. We have new shades that came out, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the difference between that and our cream products. Midnight Touch is liquid products, and a lot of people have gotten a little bit confused, I think, between the two. I think they think they're either both the liquid or both the creams, but one is a liquid. It actually comes out through a sponge. It is a liquid formula, which is the Midnight Touch. And then we actually have our cream, solid cream sticks, which is totally different. So we'll touch base on that a little bit. But first, let me go in with my concealer. Now, you guys, if you are someone that uses makeup every single day and you're using foundation every single day, this might not be the best option for you because you're probably going to go through this a lot quicker, obviously, than you would, let's say, a tube of CC cream or a tube of BB cream, all right, or the VFX. So if you are using makeup every day and putting foundation on every day, this may need to be replaced more often. I don't wear makeup every day. I'm just keeping it real. I do not wear makeup every day. So for me, this works out perfectly. And I don't use a lot either. It would depend on how much you're using too. So I'm using 05, and I'm going to be using, let me just put my glasses on because I never can remember the numbers. I just slap them on. So C07 and 05 is what I'm going to be using. So I just dot and kind of dot randomly, like no rhyme or reason, and I'll just dot in between with the other shade. And like I said, I don't use a lot, you guys, okay? Then I'll like just dot in between. And then I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to blend it all in. Okay. You can use a brush like that, a foundation brush, or you can use your fingers, or you can use a damp beauty blender. Sometimes I will start out like with the brush and start off like kind of like just pressing it in, because with the sponge, it does take off some of the product sometimes. So if you start out with the brush, it will at least place it where you want it, and then you can go in with that sponge and just finish applying it that way. And I am going to do my lids. So now that I have it pretty much placed where I want it, and now I'm going to go in with that Beauty Blender and I'm going to start to press that into the skin. And my Beauty Blender is damp, but it's not wet, okay? So it shouldn't pick up too much product. I find if I wet it too much, it will pick up a lot of that product. And I'm just bringing it down my neck. Just bringing it down. And you can see how much coverage that foundation gives me, okay? It gives a lot of coverage. And make sure that you blend in the crease of your nose. I think a lot of times we forget to do that, and then you have that unevenness on the sides of your nose. Okay. So look how nice and even my skin is now. I have a really pretty base to work off of. And I really don't need to add a lot either, so which is nice. Okay. So that's what it looks like with the concealer. So 0507. And it did cover up like a lot of my redness right here and my hyperpigmentation and stuff. It does a really nice job with that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, now, let me talk before I go any further. Let me start out by saying that we have our liquid bronzers and we have a contour now with Midnight Touch. So now I just have to find, that's not it. It should be this one maybe. Yes. So contour here, and that's the highlighter. We don't need that. I want to talk about the difference between the creams and the liquid. So I have this, these are the same. These are the two same ones. So this is a liquid bronzer. It's in Drizzled Bronze. This one's almost, one of them's almost empty, and one is new. So this is the liquid product. So this is a liquid bronzer, okay? And I do need to, let me see, let me get the little sponge out. It came off, so let me just fix this so I can show you. Mine is so used, you guys, that my little sponge top, the little sponge tip is actually like coming off now because it's been used so much. So let me just put the sponge tip back on and wipe my fingers off so I can show you. Okay, let me just wipe some of that excess off. All right, so Midnight Touch, okay? These are the liquid ones, okay? It has the sponge tip applicator and it is liquid. So when you open this up and you squeeze, the liquid's gonna come up through this sponge, okay? A little goes a long way. You don't need a lot, you guys, okay? So be careful as you're squeezing, just squeeze up a little bit at a time because you're not gonna need a whole lot. So this is bronzer. Now, I know contour and bronzer are technically different, but if you want to just use your contour as a bronzer and a contour, you can, or bronzer as contour and bronzer, you can. I mean, I'm just saying, okay? I'm going to swatch. So here's liquid bronzer, okay? That's the liquid bronzer. Now I'm going to show you the liquid contour in the shade Medium Deep, okay? So Medium Deep, and your bronzer. So you can see that they are very different in color, okay? Very, very different. One is more matte looking. One has a more of a reddish orange undertone. This is more of a true, like a tan, coppery type color. Okay, but you can see how these two could be used either as a bronzer or a contour, okay? So that is that. But like I said, these are both liquids, okay? So for me, the actual medium to deep contour color is very dark on me. It's extremely dark on me. I'm very light skinned, so this is a little dark. It is blendable though. You can blend it out. You can shear it out a little bit, especially if you go in over with a damp beauty blender. So you could shear it out if you wanted to, okay? So I would say that even if you are my complexion, you can use this, okay? Just use it sparingly, a little bit at a time, build it up. When I do a bronzer or contour, it's usually with this or my cream product, which is what I'm going to show you next. Either one works really nicely, okay? So this is the cream contour bronzer. This is in the shade Smize. This is what you see me use all the time. I am like down to nothing. I have a brand new one that I just got. So let me open that one so you can see. So here's the new one. All right, I use this one all the time. Now, these I will say, they are liquid, but they are a little bit harder to work with and to blend out. So you have to be a little bit quicker when you're using this. So if you're going to decide to use these, I would say do one area at a time, blend out, and then go to the next area. I wouldn't just go doing your whole face and waiting, because they dry down kind of quickly, okay? And as you can see now, it would be a little bit harder to blend that out, okay? You can see, like, I'm trying to blend that out with my fingers. You can see it's not blending out as easily because I've let it sit for a few minutes. So you do have to work a little quicker with these, okay? But I like these, okay? Don't get me wrong. I like them a lot. I think they're long lasting. They look really pretty. The shades are really pretty. And they're very easy to apply, okay? Because you've got that sponge top and you just dot it wherever you want. But I would, like, if you're going to do it, like 1, 2, 3 dots there, blend out. 1, 2, 3 dots, blend out. Dot, 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 blend out. You know what I'm saying? Nose. Do one step at a time instead of doing your whole entire face. You will thank me, because it does dry quicker. Now, if you are using the cream stick, you have plenty of time. This will blend out like a dream. It feels like pure butter on your skin, okay? It is so easy to blend out. It's ridiculous. Anybody can use this, okay? Anybody can work with this. I don't care if you're a beginner. It does not matter. Anybody can. So here's what it looks like when you apply it right from the stick. Now look how incredibly easy it is to blend out. It is just so simple. It doesn't take any work at all, and it almost feels like a powder finish to it. It's just really, really nice. Now, of course, I did that right as I applied it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my hand. We're going to let it sit for a few minutes, and I'm going to show you how much easier, even after a few minutes time, you'll still be able to blend that out. So this is my favorite. Now, there's a few ways you can apply this. You can apply it directly from the actual package, or you can take a foundation brush, a contour brush, whatever, and just go in and stipple it onto there, or you can swipe back and forth, which is usually what I do. I don't usually apply this directly to my face, okay? But you can. Not saying you can't, because you can, okay? So take a little bit of product, which I don't know how much product I actually am getting on here because I am at the end of my stick, but let's see. So then what I do is I just go in and I start to apply that on the upper part of my forehead. Okay. I'm placing it where I want it. I want to add warmth, okay, back into my skin. I want to add the warmth back. Now, I don't stop in the middle because my forehead is quite large. I have a wide forehead. So I like to make my forehead appear smaller than what it actually is, okay? So I'm going to go straight across. Some people will just do the sides and they don't go straight across. I do. And again, it is such a beautiful formula, super forgiving, because if you do go a little heavy-handed, it's so easy to blend it out, okay? And now if you have a lot of product on your brush, you can just take some of that product off on your hand, take a cloth, and then I'm going to go in now and I'm going to push that up into the hairline, okay? Blending that out. I don't like a heavy contour or bronze look to my skin. I like it to be more natural and subtle. So I find by pushing up into the hairline, it makes it look a little more natural. It softens it a little bit and it tends to prevent any harsh lines to show where it started and where it ends, okay? So you can see how pretty that is. You can see I added warmth, okay? You can see the warmth added to my forehead, but you can see how natural that is. Now, if you find that it's not enough by doing it this way, you can go directly on the skin and then add more. You can always add. It's harder to take away. But like I said, the nice thing about the cream sticks is that it's so easy to blend it out. So if you go heavy-handed, you're not going to be like, oh my God, and freaking out and having to start all over again, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I am going to now go in and I'm going to place a little bit right here, okay? And I'm not placing it in the hollows of my cheeks. I'm placing it above. Now this is where you'll find me applying it directly to my skin. And now I'm going to take my same brush and I'm going to go upwards, okay? I'm dragging that product up. I'm not going to swipe down. I want everything to be lifted. I don't want anything to be going down. I want all of my products to make my face look lifted. And then I'm going to just meet up right here with that product, okay? So I'm putting it a little bit above where the contours of my cheeks are, because my cheeks are big. I don't want to draw attention to my cheeks. They're already big enough. I want to eliminate that. I want everything to look drawn up so my cheeks look a little bit thinner. So again, I'm going above the crease of where your contour would normally go, or where most people bring it. And I'm doing the opposite, okay? And then again, take that contour or foundation brush and bring it up, okay? Just bring it up and blend, okay? And you can see how pretty that is. It adds warmth, but it looks very natural, okay? Very, very natural. And again, if you want a little bit more, you can add a little bit more. Okay? See how pretty that is? It just adds just the right amount of warmth. Now you could go on the sides of your nose. You can do a little under your lips. You can take what's left and drag a little bit down near your jawline and your chin. Okay. And look how pretty that is. It's just super, super pretty, okay? So now this is sat for a few minutes. Look, like butter, you guys. Can you see how easy? Look how easy that blended out. And that's been sitting now, okay? So if you are new or not too sure about contour / bronzers, I would go with the cream ones first, start out with those first, and then build up to the Midnight Touch ones, okay? That's just my opinion. Of course, you can do whatever you want. But if you are someone who is new to makeup, I would say start out with the cream because they're going to be your best friend. They're so forgiving, okay? Now, for blushes, we have a ton new blushes for the Midnight Touch, okay? These are all new blushes. They are so pretty, you guys. So pretty. They all have different tones to them. They're just really pretty. This is one of my favorites. This is so beautiful, you guys. So, so pretty. This is what it looks like in the tube. The tube looks like this, but that's what it actually looks like in person. It is gorgeous, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's another shade. Beautiful for the summer. It's almost like a coral pink. We have this one, which is another really pretty pinky coral. Lots of beautiful pinks and corals in this collection, which is perfect for summer. You have a little bit more of a berry tone in this one. And then we have, is this a blush? Yeah, it is. Wow. Okay. This one, that's really pretty. That's a little bit more of a, that's a berry. I would say that's a berry. And then we have this one, which is a really beautiful orange. Perfect for the summer. I mean, look at that. So, so pretty. And then this one has like an iridescence to it, okay? Has a really pretty peachy, pinky iridescence. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see like the gold coming through that? So this one is like a blush slash highlighter. You wouldn't even need highlight with that. Look how pretty that is. So there's 7 blushes, okay? 7 blushes. All of them are beautiful. Absolutely stunning. But I am going to use this one, which is Prestige. So this is the one I'm going to show you tonight. Now, I do use our cream blushes, and we have several shades of our cream blushes, okay? They're all beautiful, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We have one more, this one. Same thing as the other two. Super easy to blend out, buttery, hydrating. These do dry down a little bit faster, so I'm going to work with one cheek at a time. So I tend to place my blush right here. I don't tend to usually go all the way up with my blush. It's preference. You can put your blush wherever you want. Some people go all the way up. Some just do the apples. Some go really up, like high up, and then others bring it down lower. I really don't think there's a right or wrong. It's pretty much preference, to be honest with you guys. It's, you know, it's preference. Whatever you want to do, do it. But see how, like, you look at that and you're like, oh my God, like, that is scary. But look how pretty that is. Like, it's just so nice. So don't be scared if you see like a brighter packaging or a brighter shade. It just blends so beautifully. Like, look how pretty that is. I look like I have this beautiful, flushed, healthy glow. You can add some to the middle of your nose and bring that down a little bit. You can drag a little bit over in where you put that bronzer or contour and add a little bit more color there. You can drag it here and bring it right across the bridge of your nose and connect it to give a really pretty, like, look like you just came from the beach. Look how pretty that is, you guys. Okay? And again, if you want to tone it down, take your beauty blender with a little dampness to it and pat that in. okay? I mean, it's just so pretty, you guys. So natural looking. Look how pretty. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? I'm telling you, you guys have to try Farmasi products. You have to try these products. They are so worth it. They're affordable, European standards. They are so much better for your skin. We we take out over 1,300 toxins and chemicals that United States allows. We don't allow it in our products. They're just really outstanding products. Price points for everybody. Everyone can afford something from Farmasi. Everyone can. I so highly recommend the products. I've been with Farmasi for 5 years, you guys. 5 years, okay? So trust me. I know these products, okay? And I wouldn't still be with the company if I didn't like their products. Do I use all the products? No, absolutely not. I use the ones that I love and work for me. And then I promote the rest for people because I know just because it doesn't work for me, it will work for other people. So of course I am going to show you everything and buy what I can to show you, because even though I might not like it personally, or it may not work for me or my skin type or skin tone, it will be for somebody. So I try to still buy everything so that I can show you guys what it would look like on my skin tone, my skin texture. That way you can kind of get an idea, and then you can decide if that's a product that you would like to try. You know what I mean? If I don't show it, then who knows? You know, you can't tell. And I think it's always nice to see it on someone's skin versus just a picture, okay? And then if I'm going to use a picture of somebody's skin, might as well be my own, right? Instead of somebody else's. Why use somebody else's that's a beauty influencer from Farmasi and show you on them when I can show it onto me, even if it doesn't look beautiful on me or it doesn't look perfect, it may on you. You know what I mean? So, because not everybody's going to have the skin type that I have. Not everyone's going to have dry, mature skin. Not everyone's going to have hyperpigmentation or melasma. But you may be 55 and dry skin. You know what I mean? So it's worth showing to you on my skin. So as you can see, I have a beautiful glow. My cheeks look plumped, but in a good way. So I don't mind that. Now I'm going to go in with, let's do I want to do, I don't think I'm going to do eyeshadow today. I think I'm going to keep this really pretty and natural. And I think I'm just going to do mascara because I really want to show you guys the Zen mascara. It's still my all-time favorite. I love Zen mascara. I've used it for 5 years now. I am a stickler when it comes to mascara, okay, you guys? Mascara is my thing. If I had to choose one makeup item, it would be mascara. I've tried $5 mascaras, I've tried $10, I've tried all the way up to $40 mascaras, and honestly, it is not because I sell Farmasi. I honestly have not found any mascaras that are better than Farmasi's. This mascara is so affordable, you guys. It is ridiculous. It's going to give you length, volume, fullness, pigment. I mean, you are going to get everything you need from this mascara. Can you get double lash, full blast, sealed mascara, infinity? Of course, we have others. They all work great. But Zen is the most perfect everyday mascara and the most affordable one. So you do not have to spend a lot to get a phenomenal mascara, okay? You don't. This is the wand. So you have the wand, has the bristles that are a little bit higher at the top. When you flip it, you can see they get really small and more dense. You can start off whichever way you want. You can start off with the rounded part. You can start out with the flat part. I just go and put it on. I don't really, at this point, really pick a side. But, I mean, it is just the most perfect mascara ever. And like I said, I have bought, and I still buy mascaras, new ones that come out. I will still buy drugstore mascaras when they come out because I want to compare ours with theirs and the price points. And I honestly, I found a couple that came kind of close, but still not better or equal to the Farmasi ones. And that's not to say that I like all of them. I am not a big fan of Infinilash for me, except for my bottom lashes. I love it for the bottom lashes, but I don't really like it on my top lashes. I don't use sealed because I don't like waterproof mascara. And Full Blast is nice for a very natural look. I find the Full Blast mascara to be more of a natural look than a standout look. Like Zen is great for every day, but you are going to get a lot more from the Zen than you are from the Full Blast. Okay? Full Blast is a lot more softer looking, just a lot more natural looking. I mean, it's just, you can't beat this mascara. You just can't. I have customers that have tiny, tiny little lashes, okay? Blonde, tiny, short little lashes. They love Zen. They love it, okay? They're like, we have never found a mascara that works like this. And my customers are brutally honest, let me tell you. They are honest as the day is long. So they don't hold back on me, okay? So if they did not like it, they'd be like, hey girl, you said this was the best mascara. Well, I didn't think so. You know, like they are so honest with me. It's crazy. But I like that though. I'd rather have my customers be honest with me than to lie and never buy from me again, you know? I'd rather find them something else for them to try. So, yeah. I'm okay with them being honest, you know? I just need to get my compact because I am losing light, you guys. It was nice and bright when I first started. Not so much now. Okay, you guys. Okay, Zen mascara. If you cannot see the difference, then you need glasses, something. Because look at that. Let me look up for you guys. Is that not amazing? These are my own lashes. Now you see the eye without anything. Look at that. That is incredible, okay? That is just incredible. It's unbelievable, like just how good this mascara is. And that's why I wanted to show it without any eyeshadow so you guys could really see like how good and how you can actually go without eyeshadow and still have a stunning eye. Now I did just get some on my lid. Let it dry, you guys, and I'll show you how to take it off. Super easy. It's when you start to try to take it off when it's wet that all hell breaks loose and you're gonna have a problem. So let it sit and dry, and then you're just gonna take that off with a spoolie. And again, I'm gonna show you how. I mean, come on, you guys. I look like I have legit false lashes. And this is in vitamin enriched mascara. It's not going to destroy your lashes. It's not going to make them fall out. After a while, false lashes are nice once in a while, but after a while, they wreak havoc on your real lashes. And why spend money on false lashes when you can have lashes like this with just mascara? I mean, why would you do that? Okay, so now I'm going to do my bottom lashes. I mean, oh my God. I will stand by Zen mascara every day, all day long. I never, ever, ever worry about promoting this mascara or suggesting it to my customers. Like, I feel so confident about this mascara. Like, I never worry about it not working for my customers. And I actually don't think I've ever had one customer tell me that they did not like it or that it didn't work for them. And that's, honestly, I just don't ever remember. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have. I think the only time I ever had a customer complaint was they said that it was a little bit dry, and I think it was just that the actual mascara was dry, and Farmasi gave, you know, they sent in a ticket and they got a new one, and then they loved it. So, but I mean, I don't know if you would consider that a complaint because it was rectified very easily, you know, so I don't consider that an actual complaint. They loved the mascara once they got one that wasn't, you know, the one that wasn't dry. And that happens sometimes, you guys. It's just sometimes happens, especially in the heat. In the summer, sometimes products get you, they dry out, you know. It happens. So, you guys, look at that. I mean, come on. You're not going to tell me that that doesn't look amazing. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go in with lips, you guys. Lips. I am going to go in with nude pink for my liner. And you can overdraw if you want. These are really thin. They're retractable. You can go up or down with them. So if you put too much, you can bring it back down. But they are thin. So you want to use gentle pressure when you're putting these on. You don't want to go crazy, okay? Because they'll break. Okay? And then I'm going to go in with, I want to do Au Naturel. So let me find that. Okay. Yep. So this is Au Naturel. It's so pretty, you guys. It's a really pretty pink. Like a nude pink. If you go too far over your lip liner, you can always reapply. I like to take my finger and I like to press that product in. Okay. This way it really gets into my lips. It looks smoother. It lasts even longer, even though these already last so long. I mean, it's incredible. They do not crack. They don't get, they don't crumble off your lips. They're not uncomfortable at all. They are so comfortable, actually. Really, really comfortable. They are one of my favorite lip products, liquid lip products that are matte. They just feel comfortable on the lips. They're long lasting. And like I said, you're not going to be like, oh my God, I need chapstick after, you know, a half an hour having them on. So you can go back, leave it like that if you want, or you can go back and with your lip liner and just outline the lip again if you want. I normally don't. I kind of just keep it. Once I use it and then I go over it with the lip color. But that's what it would be like with the lip liner showing. Okay. That would be it. But look how pretty. And once these dry down, they're they're kiss proof. They're pretty much staying where you put them. So once they dry down, you're not going to get a lot of transfer. Okay? Like, it's almost dry. Probably going to leave a little transfer. So you see just a little tiny bit. And that is more the lip liner than the actual lipstick. You see that's the actual lip liner. Okay? But look how pretty that is. So that's Au Naturel. Beautiful, beautiful pinky nude. If you like that shade, you're going to love that. We have so many shades, you guys. I am not kidding you. That's all liquid matte lipsticks, okay? All liquid matte lipsticks. These are glosses over here. We have some glosses. We have regular lipsticks. We have our... These are great. These are almost like a tinted lip balm. Really nice. Lip glosses. We have several shades of lip liners. These are just all lip products, you guys. So when people ask me, do you really buy Farmasi and use it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. These are all our eyeshadow palettes. Some powders, some powder blush. Extra mascaras because you can never have enough. This is our eyebrow and lash serum, which I always have in stock. We have 6 eyeshadow palettes, and then all of this, and of course all of the Midnight Touch products. So I mean, yes, do I use Farmasi? Yes, I do. So, some people say, oh, I doubt that you use it. You just, promote it, but you probably don't even use the products you're promoting. Nope, I do. I do. And some people actually get disappointed when they hear that. I'm like, why would you be disappointed? Like, that should be a great thing to hear, that I actually use the products that I sell. But some people are like, they look disappointed when they find out that you actually really do use the products. It's like, wouldn't you want me to? But yeah, guys, so that is the look, okay? Beautiful, natural, really pretty, so super glowy, not overdone at all. Like, this is just a beautiful look that you can wear every day. You can take it from day to evening by adding some eyeshadow if you wanted to. And let me take off the mascara because now it is dry enough to do so. Where is my spoolie? So you just take a spoolie and just lightly go over. You don't have to go too hard because this is your eyelid. And that is a very sensitive spot. So you don't want to go crazy. Okay. And right here. But like I said, you can take this from morning office look to an evening look simply by adding some eyeshadow, or you can go in with a darker lip color. Leave your eyes as is, but go in with a darker lip color and take it from, simple day office look to an evening look. But how pretty is that? I mean, I don't, like, how can you not like that? It's just a super, super pretty. You see that glow from that blush? I didn't even need highlight, you guys, because I have that glow. It's just beautiful. And again, look at the colors on here. Like, you would look at that and be so scared, but I mean, that came to that. So, and all of these are, as long as you blend them when you first put them on, you're going to be able to blend these out. And look at the colors. They're just stunning, you guys. So 7 blushes. Go try one. And like I said, do yourself a favor. Pick one mascara from Farmasi. or any one product from Farmasi and switch it out with one that you use now. Pick one of your favorite products that you use right now, switch it out for a Farmasi product and try it. You have 30-day money back guarantee. And if you sign up, you can get your products for 50% off without selling, building a team, none of that hoo-ha, okay? You don't have to do what I do to get that discount. I'm able to offer you that 50% discount just as a customer. All you have to do is shop, okay? And if at the end of 6 months you don't want that discount anymore, or you haven't spent enough to keep moving on, because you do have to spend $125 every 6 months to keep the discount. So let's say you didn't spend the $125. Okay, that's fine. You go inactive, but in the meantime, you've had 6 months of great savings. And the great thing is there's no penalty. You can sign back up by spending the $20 again. You can sign back up and start that savings over again. You don't have to wait 6 months or a year. You just simply sign back up for the $20. You do have to pay again, but you know, the fee to join. But hey, for $20, it's great because you're getting 6 months of savings. So it's a great opportunity, especially if you want to try several products from Farmasi. That would be amazing way to save some money. Try out these products, especially some of the higher end products. If you are looking to do some of the higher end products, that would be a great opportunity to take advantage of that, okay? Like I said, no harm, no foul. If you don't want to keep it, you don't keep it. You don't have to keep it. No penalties. So that is an option. And then also by doing that, you do get a link. So eventually, if you decide you do want to offer these products to friends and family and make a little bit of money, you just share that link, okay? You have that opportunity. It's there in the background for you if you want to take advantage of it. And I mean, a lot of times my customers start out saying they would never sell, never get involved in the business, and then they do because they have so many people asking them about the products and wanting to buy. So if you have people, friends and family coming to you that want to buy these products and try these, why give those sales to someone else when you can take advantage of it? You know what I mean? You can do it as little or as much as you want. You don't have to be right at your computer 24 hours a day. You can do this and let the computer do the work for you. That's the great thing about direct sales and this type of business. You can work another job. You can be on vacation. You can be doing whatever and still make money because people can go to your website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and be purchasing, and you're not having to do anything except offer your link, okay? So, and even if you only make $25, $30 a month, that's a tank of gas. And right now, I know I would be very happy with a free tank of gas every month. So, you know what I mean? It's a win-win. So, but if you don't want to do the business end, that's fine too. Just shop at your leisure, get the discount, and enjoy it. So, all right, you guys, have a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the look that I came up with, and I hope I explained the difference between the liquids and the matte, the creams, and how to blend out and the difference of the drying times and all that. Either is a great option, okay? Either option. But if you have questions, let me know. Message me. If you need help with the website, let me know. If you need my link, let me know. If you want to sign up, message me. We'll get you started. I mean, I've been away from doing videos for a while from Farmasi, and it had nothing to do with the company or the makeup. It had to do with me putting on 25 pounds, feeling very insecure, very ugly, and not having confidence, and just going through a rough season. So I'm trying to get back my confidence and trying to come back on and show you tutorials and makeup for skin types that are similar to me and my age group, and hope that it will connect with someone out there, and that you guys will appreciate what I do and how I do it. But yeah, you know, it's been a hot minute. It has been. So, but it feels good to be back, and I'm really happy. And I thank you all for your support over the last several months, if not year. And people who still bought from me, shared my link, shared my posts, shared my website. I thank you so much, you guys. I love you so much. Even if you don't buy from me, just sharing helps me so much. You guys, you don't even know how much it helps. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you all for standing by me. If you're on my personal page, you'll know what's been going on. I'm not going to get into that all here, but a lot has been going on in my personal life, both with me and family members. So it's been rough. It's been a rough year so far. And like I said, I have 25 pounds to lose again, you guys. I kept it off for a long time through Weight Watchers, but this last year and a half's been tough, and I'm an emotional eater. So 25 pounds came back on really quickly. And so now I need to get back down, and I will, but it's going to take some time. And in the meantime, I just hope that the comments stay kind, and I'll continue to come on and with these big ham hocks and try to do the best I can to provide you with some really good tutorials and makeup looks and skincare information and all the things pharmacy related. So again, you guys, Midnight Touch blushes. There are 7 of these beautiful shades. And again, look at, once they dry, they are dry, okay? Look how nice. So they're going to stay on, okay? So even in the summer, in the heat and everything, these are going to stay on you. And look at the colors. You cannot go wrong. There is a color there for everybody, every skin tone. Beautiful. Okay, so go check those out. In the meantime, have a great rest of your evening. Have a great week. Happy June. And I'll be back with another video really soon. All right, you guys. Bye.